Our next guest, wow, she has had such a journey. With us now is Jennifer. Welcome, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Donna, for having me here today.
We met because we were both honored as one of the top 50 most influential businesswomen by the local business paper, the LIBN. And I was so excited. I read your whole bio and I was like, I wanted to have you on the show. So welcome. I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Fashion. Started out working with a $10 million company. What was that journey like? What were you doing for them?
Yeah, so I always wanted to be in the fashion industry. I thought it was fun and exciting. I generated a $10 million business and had a team underneath me in the fashion industry. I had the type of career where girls everywhere kind of dreamed of. I would travel at the drop of a moment. I would, see different places in the world. It was great.
Favorite memory doing that? Favorite place you've traveled?
I went to London. They sent me to London for 3 days just to go shopping and buy things I thought were cool for the industry, which was a pretty amazing experience.
Is there an item still in your closet, like a pair of shoes or boots that you?
I do have some things. I don't really have that many places.
Okay, tell me what you still have that you just like.
I have some great shoes, some dresses. I feel like I don't have so many more places to wear them to like I used to, because I used to have all these fashion-related things. But it's great. Yeah.
I'd just say maybe for your birthday, you have like a fashion, a trunk party, a dress it up party.
Exactly.
And please invite me.
Okay, definitely.
But you transitioned. So something spoke to you in your life. Can we talk a little bit about that too, how that was always kind of brewing for you?
Yeah, sure. I always knew I'd be in two industries. I always wanted to be a therapist and be in the fashion industry. So what happened was I applied to school to be a therapist while I was working in fashion, and I didn't go. I decided to stay in the industry. And then what happened was, in 2005, I had a life-changing event. My father passed away to suicide, and no one knew he was suffering. He was a hospital CEO, really well respected in the community, and he managed his depression in silence. I found out after he passed away that he went to a pharmacy outside the community where we lived and got a medication under an alias name, really because of the stigma and the role of his position as a CEO. So while I always knew I was meant in my being to be a therapist, I was always that person that everyone went to, and I've always been very open-minded and non-judgmental. It took me, that incident where after that happened, 3 years later, I applied to grad school and I made the career change and I began fulfilling my life's purpose. I think it's exactly what I'm meant to be doing.
It absolutely was. You found your why, or it found you, sadly. So you were close to your dad, and he was, like you said, a well-known person, and hid his mental illness so well. You had no idea, right?
No, I had no idea. I knew the last 2 weeks before he passed away that he was suffering from some sort of anxiety. He said he was going through a hard time and stress, but otherwise he was such a caretaker. He never told us anything was going on. It was always about really taking care of us and being there for us. So it was shocking to everyone in my entire community.
What's one of the ways that you first reached out to heal?
So what happened was I went to therapy myself. I found meditation and mindfulness, and that really helped me find myself again, and relieve me from some of my own devastation. What happened was I kept what I went through pretty private for a very long time. Reason being, I never had a stigma about mental illness, anything like that. It was really because of my own pain and the guilt I felt for not knowing. And then what happened was, through finally being open about my truth, I really began to heal and have since been able to help many other people. So,
and I told you by sharing your story that it was going to help someone in our audience, and I asked permission if we could tell the story. So thank you for talking about your why. And now you have your own private practice, and you're helping a lot of people in a really unique kind of way. Let's talk about what you do and how you inspire people daily.
Sure. So I've been in private practice for a while now. I have a business located in Roslyn. I work with adults, families, and couples, typically going through stress, anxiety, grief, and depression. And I also am a certified mindfulness and meditation teacher. I went after that certification because the research showed that mindfulness and meditation is the #1 stress reliever for anxiety. I saw so many clients dealing with worry and anxiety that I thought this would be a really great approach to put into my business. So now in my practice, I have a therapy office and a meditation studio. Yeah, it's great. I do so creative. I can do so many things. Like this summer I did meditation on the beach in Port Washington every weekend. Last weekend I did at a preserve, I did a half-day silent retreat where we did hiking and journaling and meditation. And I do events at local salt caves. And then it's been a great combination of my past career because, you know, I run my own company and I know business, having been in the business world. So what I do now is I'm doing a lot of work going into companies and organizations and bringing mindfulness and meditation into companies. And it's really helpful. I mean, the research shows that if employers really, you know, take the time to invest in their employees' well-being, that can increase productivity, efficiency, and just overall better well-being of employees and staff. So that's been really great. I do lunch and learns for companies, half-day retreats. I do weekly events, monthly meditation sessions, really whatever the needs are of the organization.
Well, I know some personal friends that you've worked with, and they just rave about you. They're telling me all your techniques that you're doing and the things that you're doing and the way that you're implementing and how helpful that you've been. So, you know, out of your pain, you know, thank you for helping others deal with their challenges in their life. You know, I applaud you. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a fashion expert, that's cool, but now you can mix both. So.
Yeah, I still like to dress really nice for work every day, and then you have the whole mindful meditation. And I love what I do. I feel really grateful that I every day I wake up, I never feel like I'm going to work. I really love what I do, and I really value the fact that my clients trust me with their stories and are vulnerable in order to heal. And I've seen it. Transformations are possible. I have a client who came to me, and I've been with her 3 years now. She does breathing every day. When I first met her, she had some failed suicide attempts, and she was sleeping most of the day, and she was very depressed and isolated. And now she's getting married in the fall. And she just she just started. She just got back in the career that she loves, and she's getting married. So, like, life can change.
It absolutely can. Yeah. And they always say, don't have a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yeah.
And we need to help people with suicide and the way that they're feeling. So thank you, Jennifer.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.
We love to hear from you. We are here to support you and your family. Thank you for watching The Donna Drake Show. Let's keep living it up. Be well.